Tonight, see how some Troy residents got a free meal.
And the SJ is looking to fill some empty seats. Stay tuned, TrojanVision News starts now.
From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision News for August 27th, 2015. I'm Samantha Charles.
And I'm Jordan Elston. Thank you for joining us this evening. Brown bag lunches aren't just for school kids anymore. Many residents from all over the city gathered on the square to enjoy the festivities. Thursday afternoon, Troy residents got a chance to sit on the square for a free lunch and a good time.
Well, I think anytime you have an opportunity to support the city of Troy, and had a good turnout. You know, my wife and I are so excited about what Mayor Reeves and the City Council is doing up here on the square with the restaurants and the businesses, places to shop and eat. I think it's great for the community.
Not only does Brown Bag on the Square give Troy residents an opportunity to come out and have some food and fun, but also to get a preview of the upcoming football season.
Today is our Brown Bag on the Square. This is the Brown Bag where we have our local football coaches come out. So Coach Brown from Troy University is here, as well as some of our local high school coaches, Coach Allen from Pike Liberal Arts and Coach McCoy from Charles Henderson High School. So we give them a chance to come out, talk a little bit about their teams, and give the community access to them so they can visit and just have a good time, a lunch, and a little fun on the square.
Some residents shared why they decided to come out to the square and what they enjoyed the most.
I have about 50 seniors that love to be entertained and love the outside, so we brought our seniors here to have a good time.
I just came out today to spend a little time with my mom and have a free lunch on the square. I've enjoyed everything, the music, the food, and just seeing everybody come out.
Well, they've been doing this for a couple months, and I have a barbershop around the corner, and I just come up to support the city of Troy. And this time I brought my little cousin Langston with me. You get to see a lot of the seasoned people most of all. Then you get to see a lot of people who knew your parents, and we get the little hot dogs and water and cupcakes, and we get to play at the microphone. Yeah.
The next event that the city of Troy will host will be 5th Saturday on the square.
Time is running out for individuals who wish to apply to run for one of the Student Government Association's vacant Senate seats. Applications for the SGA Senate vacancy election are due tomorrow by 5 p.m. The SGA fills most of their Senate seats in the spring. However, some positions remain open in the residence halls and academic colleges for potential new students. Next week's Senate election will fill those spots. Once again, the Senate applications are due by this Friday. The applications can be downloaded from the SGA's Trojan Connection site. A link to that site can be found on troy.edu/SGA. The Senate vacancy elections will be on September 2nd.
Troy University's John M. Long School of Music will present a Steinway Artist Concert Series with performances set for Montgomery, Dothan, and Birmingham, with an opening performance this Friday night in Troy. The series features School of Music faculty members Dr. Hugh Ting Yang, a Steinway artist and coordinator of piano activities, and Dr. Michael Huff, assistant professor of trumpet. The concert series will kick off on Friday at 7 p.m. in the John M. Long Hall Band Room on the Troy campus. Additional concert dates are set for September 3rd at the Montgomery Museum of Fine Arts, September 8th in Sony Hall at Troy University's Dothan campus, and September 11th at the Alabama Piano Gallery in Birmingham. Troy University became an official all-Steinway school earlier this year. All of the concerts in the series are free and open to the public.
The UAC partnered with the International Student Cultural Organization, or ISCO, to host Bingo Night last night. Students from all over campus gathered for a night of food, fun, and prizes. The University Activities Council is known for Dollar Movie Night. However, some students would be surprised to know that every other week, the UAC also puts on a variety of events such as Bingo Night.
On the Wednesdays that we don't have Dollar Movie Night, we'll be hosting other different events that are really fun and really cool, and I can't really tell you much about them, so you just have to come out and see what's in store next.
We put on Bingo Night when we partnered with the international organization ISCO. Basically, UAC puts on free activities for the student body, so this is one of our free activities. We're just having Bingo Night. We have a few prizes, and we also have some snacks and refreshments to give away.
015, that's right. The UAC, in partnership with ISCO, brought back the fan favorite, Bingo.
ISCO partnered with us. They asked if we would do an event with them so that they could actually bring their group. Their president tells them, like, hey, they're having this, it's a fun event, it's free, come out. And so they're here. There's actually like a really big group of them, so it was exciting to see them come out.
For the lucky winners of Bingo, prizes were given out, including gift cards and even a bike.
Well, you win prizes, of course, and you meet new friends. It's a great opportunity to, socialize with people around here at Troy. I feel like it's a great place to just have a social, group.
The next UAC event will be Dollar Movie Night next Wednesday at Continental Cinemas.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. Birmingham Zoo officials say they've temporarily closed a bird aviary after tests found a bacterial infection that can cause respiratory problems in birds and humans. The zoo said in a statement that its lorikeet aviary will be closed as the veterinary staff pursues further testing of the birds.
Authorities say an Alabama Department of Corrections inmate was killed after being hit by a tractor trailer. 21-year-old Braxton Moon of Alexander City was struck and killed on Interstate 65 yesterday afternoon, about 10 miles north of Prattville.
And a Prattville state senator is proposing what he says is a middle ground approach to the state's budget crisis. Republican State Senator Clyde Chambliss has suggested a combination of temporary soda and cigarette taxes along with long-term budget reforms. Still to come on Troy Trojan Vision News, the soccer team is gearing up for a tournament at home this weekend. William McCarthy will have a preview in sports.
And a Virginia news station is still trying to recover from the tragic deaths of 2 members on their team. More on that after the break.
The community rallies around WDBJ as the station attempts to move forward after a reporter and cameraman are gunned down. I'm Craig Boswell outside Bridgewater Plaza with more coming up.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
The warrior spirit. It's in there. Always has been. Now let it out and take the world by fire. Train well and learn what it means to be a Troy Trojan. Walk with confidence, conquer, claim territory, and climb ladders. Know that you have the power to stand alone, but the comfort of knowing that you'll never have to. Discover your inner warrior. Find it at troy.edu/spirit.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy Trojan Vision News.
The football season is almost near, with 9 days away and counting until the first away game for the Troy University football team. There are some good and some bad things the football team needs to improve on before the first away game, but new head coach Neil Brown put the players in pressure situations, and as a result, he was impressed with the outcome of Saturday's scrimmage.
To focus on the pass game. We needed to do it, put some quarterbacks in some pressure situations. Also needed to test our secondary, and some good and some bad. I thought today, I thought Brandon was really sharp early. I thought we had 4 drops that ended drives. Dallas has to take better care of the ball. I was really excited to see Josh Marshall. I thought he made the play of the day on the opening drive, going up and making the pick down in the end zone. And then Jalen Roundtree came back and made a really good play on a go route during our red zone goal line session.
The first away game is scheduled for September 5th against NC State. The Trojan volleyball team season officially tipped off officially tips off tomorrow afternoon. The Trojans will be on the road in Tennessee for the Chattanooga Classic. They will take on 3 opponents over the course of the weekend, including host team UT Chattanooga. But the first opponents of the 2015 campaign will be Eastern Kentucky. Head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick says the Colonels should provide a challenge for the Trojans.
We've only played Eastern Kentucky once since I've been here. It was about 4 or 5 years ago, and we competed very well with them. And we're hoping to get a chance to do that again. They've returned some really, really good players, and it'll be a challenge for us to try to come away with a win.
The matchup with the Colonels will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. The Trojans will open their home schedule with a matchup against UAB Tuesday at 6 p.m. in Trojan Arena. The Trojan soccer team is currently the only Trojan team in action so far this season, with 3 games already under the belt. And they will add onto that total this weekend, welcoming a pair of teams for a home tournament. The Trojan soccer team is off to a good start in their season with a record of 2-1 in just 3 games played. In the game against Alabama State, head coach Jason Hamilton wanted to give some of his players a chance to play after a tough loss to Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, it was a game that we knew going into it we were going to give some people an opportunity to play. We weren't extremely thrilled with our team after the game against Alabama, so we'd made that known to them that we were going to use a lot of players, and if players weren't playing up to the caliber we need them at, that we were going to make changes. So I think we used about 20 players in the first half, and we gave some players an opportunity to see what they're capable of, and we were happy with what some people gave us, and some people still aren't where they need to be. So it was a good I guess tool for us to judge where players are going into the rest of the non-conference games as we prepare for the conference.
The Trojans continue their non-conference play this weekend when they host the Trojan Classic. The Trojans start off the tournament against UT Martin on Friday and then play Louisiana Tech on Sunday.
The Louisiana Tech, they are going to have a ton of offense. They have a very good returning group of forwards, and then some freshman forwards that could probably start at most programs at this level. So it'll be interesting to see how our team, who's been historically good defensively over the last year and change here, how they do against a team with that much power, because they're very athletic, very dynamic, and in that attacking.
The Trojans go into the tournament with an undefeated home record that has stood since Hamilton's arrival at Troy. But he says keeping that streak alive isn't necessarily his main concern.
It's great to be at home. We have a great crowd. We have great fans, so I think that helps us be successful. But it's not something that I go out and say, it's going to be the end of the world if we lose a game at home, because we're just trying to prepare and get ready to be a conference champion if possible.
The Trojans will take on UT Martin in the first game of the tournament tomorrow night at 7, and then take on Louisiana Tech Sunday at 3.